Alright guys, today I'm going to show you a few ways to basically exploit the game and break the game if you would so desire. It doesn't seem like something that would be a ton of fun to me, but it's certainly at least possible, and I'll show you how. So I am playing on PC, so I don't know how to do this first one without a controller, and it certainly seems to work on Xbox and PlayStation from what I hear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate an item. So essentially what you do is you go into your inventory and you pick the item you want. You want to have multiple of that item. So I'm going to go to crafting material and I'm going to duplicate some dragon items here. Just because that's probably one of the most sought after. So you're going to move it to valuables, that's L2 on this screen. And then I'm going to go into the actual shop merchant here. And apparently there's a few different ways to get it to work. On Xbox, people say to hit A and Y together and then A and, so on PlayStation it would be X and triangle. The way I got it to work for me is if I'm in here, I'm going to hit A to sell, and then while this screen is up, I'm going to hit Y and A. So that would be triangle and X on PlayStation. I'm going to hit them at the same time here. And if I go over into here, you can see my dragon bones have duplicated. Now it does seem to max out at 99, so I think if I can do this successfully again, that it won't do any more than 99 per time. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to hit A to sell and then Y and A at the same time. So the reason I can't do it on PC is there's no button to sell all or sell at one time. Maybe you can map it to that, but you just have to physically click on those, so I can't do both at the same time, so that's why I can't do it. But you can see here my dragon bones have been duplicated. So not only does this duplicate items, but you could also keep these sold and just keep duplicating them, and you'd be able to make infinite amounts of gold. So I'm just going to buy all these back here. Because I want them. I'm not going to keep this save or anything, but to get it back out of there, you're going to go into your inventory, you're going to go to your valuables that you moved it into, and you're going to hit L2 unmark for sale, because I don't want it marked or anything like that. So then you're going to go back into your crafting materials, and you should see it there. So you can see all my dragon bones, they stack to 99. So you can keep doing it and doing it as long as you want, but that's the first guide for kind of duplicating items, and potentially you can get infinite gold that way if I would just go and sell these to the shop vendor, sell all my dragon bones. So hope that helps. Alright, so for this part I'm going to show you how to get the max amount of influence and power. So basically we're going to do a little trick at Ferris the Representative here. So you can see I'm at 15 for influence, 43 power, and so Ferris Representative is in Skyhold. My understanding is you unlock him after you do the mission, The Price of Power. It's one of the ones you send people out in the war room to do. So very much worth doing. I'm not sure how far or long after Skyhold he shows up, but just keep a lookout for that. I think you just have to do a few missions first, and then he should show up. But basically what you do is you go to his stand, and the big thing he has is books. So you're going to go here to the book, so you can see it increases Inquisition power and influence. And so you're going to buy as many as you can afford. So I'm going to buy 8, and then you're going to go to sell, and you're going to sell all of them back, and just keep doing that a few times. Now my understanding with this is there can be a potential issue where when you have max amount of influence, that when you're loading into an area, that it'll make the leveling up noise. So some form of a glitch there. I haven't actually done this in my game, so I wouldn't know if that is true or not, but that's at least what I've heard. So just be cautious of that. So after I've done it a few times, even though I didn't actually buy any, you can see I just gained several levels of influence there. So it's something you can do as much as you want. So again, just proof of concept here. I'm going to buy 8 of them, then I'm going to immediately sell all 8 back that I bought, and then I'm going to exit out, and you can see I just hit max level 20 there, and I never actually had to spend anything on the books themselves. So it is something you can see here. My influence is 20 and my power is 75, so definitely much higher than before. And this will help out with some other things as well, some of the other exploits in this game. For the next part, I'm going to show you how to get an infinite amount of Amulet of Powers for your Inquisitor. So for this, you need the Inquisition perk, Deft Hands, Fine Tools. I believe you have to have 4 other secret Inquisition perks before you can actually use that one. But you do need Deft Hand, Fine Tools in order to do this, because you have to get into an area that is locked. So you need that and a rogue in your party in order to get into it. Alright, so what you need to do is you need to travel here in Crestwood to the village of Crestwood. So on this part of the map, the door is actually right here. I've previously unlocked it, but it is locked. Typically that's why you need that Deft Hands part of the Inquisition perks. And so the loot is right here. And there's an Amulet of Power and something else. So kind of as before with any loot cache, as long as you don't take everything out of it, it will respawn. So I'm just going to grab the Amulet of Power out of there, and then in order to get it to respawn, you just need to travel anywhere else on the map. So I'm just going to pick Storm Coast here, and then so once you get there, you just travel back, the item will respawn, and so once it's respawned, you're able to actually grab it out there. Alright, so now that we've zoned in here, we're just going to zone back to Crestwood. And so we're going to go to the village of Crestwood again. We're just going to travel there and get another Amulet of Power. Alright, so back in Crestwood here. Just going to go back to the building here. We're going to loot this again. And got another Amulet of Power.
Pirang kurikang kaya kirikangku Arachatcha yaribidabidilla biritstandillandillando abari.
So you can see I have 2 points to spend currently. So I'm going to go into my inventory here, and I'm going to go to those Amulet of Powers I just got. You can see I have 4 of them there. So then I'm going to go back to my character screen, and you can see I now have 6 points to spend in the talent trees here. So that's a way in which you can essentially get, to my understanding, an infinite amount of talent point levels to allocate into your stats. So whether or not you want to do any of these is completely your call. It just kind of depends on whether or not it takes the fun out of it or not for you. For me, it wouldn't be very fun or challenging, but I wanted to at least make note of them and how you can do them if you would so desire to do any of those exploits, glitches, whatever you want to call it. To me, it kind of breaks the game and takes some of the fun out of it, but at least you have an idea of how you can do it. So of course, you know, I loaded a previous save. I have no desire to play like that. I mean, I've already beaten the game with this character anyways, but potentially, you know, if you wanted to level up a character pretty quick and whatnot, it would certainly boost that, but again, it's not something I personally want to do, but for those interested, I hope you enjoyed the video.
patirupiran kurikan